Welcome back to Anime Browser, and it's your boy Fire God Mike. And for those who don't like my voice, I don't like it either, so let's go with it. But for those who do like my voice, check me out at Fire God Mike at firegodmike.firegodmike. Okay, now let's get into the video. In a world, yeah, no, never mind. Welcome to Top 10 Isekai OCMP, OPMC, that you have no choice but to watch. Let's kick off number 10 with Eon Saga D. Oh, the theme song. Alright. The story starts off with the story kicking Kan Hokaze right in our face, who after helping a woman finds himself transferring into a game world. Now he must find his way home. In this world, Kan discovers that it is filled with a mysterious energy known as Alma. After saving Princess Scarlet from attackers, finally soon finds himself in the middle of a struggle around Alma. Now we got number 9. You should already be watching these animes. We got Death March. This isekai anime focuses on Ichiro Suzuki, a computer programmer who's transferred to a fantasy world where life is an adventure full of girls, which was all mashed together from the games he was debugging in reality. Not only in this game world did he realize his appearance changed to a younger version of himself, but also his name changed to Sato. But before he could even grasp the situation, he was attacked by an army of lizardmen. They tried to assault him, but it didn't work because my son cast a spell in retaliation, completely obliterating them and essentially maxing out his stats. Now, as a high-level adventurer, Sato sets out to explore this isekai magical new world. Ooh boy, now we got number 8, and I'm gonna say it in English because that is what I speak. How to Not Summon a Demon Lord. This anime follows the gamer that played as the Demon Lord in an MMORPG game called Cross Revere, where no one was able to match the power of King Diablo. And possessing all the game's rarest artifacts, he overpowered all foolish idiots who tried to confront him. Despite his fearsome reputation, Diablo's true identity was Takuma Sakamoto, a shut-in gamer who has no friends and no social skills. Until one day, 2 foolish women want to go ahead and summon him, and the story picks up from there. Oh yeah. And we got number 7, Marchen Awakens Romance. We got our OPMC Torimizu Ginta, and he's yearning to go to a magical world that he dreams about almost every night. With his only friend Koyuki believing in his dreams, Ginta remains positive despite the slander he receives from others over his dreams. His wishes do get an answer though, as in one day a large door opens in front of Ginta, summoning him to Mar. As Ginta enjoys his time exploring and stuff like that, he also finds out that there are weapons known as arms that exist. But as he enjoys his new life in this magical world, he also learns that there has been wars that plague this land and upcoming wars that will soon plague the land as well. I'm about to English the crap out of this. We got number 6, Problem Children Are Coming From Another World, aren't they? The title basically explains it all, but if you want further explanation, read the manga. I'm kidding. This story is a fantasy anime that follows, reading's too complicated, so I'm just gonna say blonde OP boy, cat girl, and lowly, extraordinary teenagers who are blessed with psychic powers. Unexpectedly, each of them receive a strange envelope containing an invitation to Little Garden. The trio is greeted by Kurosagi, who explains that they were given a chance to participate in special high-stake games. In order to take part, however, they must first join a community. Learning that Kurosagi's community lost official status and land due to their defeat with the Demon Lord, the group helps reclaim their home's dignity. And we got number 5, Gate. I'm just gonna say Gate. I mean, this anime is controversial. It's isekai and a reverse isekai. One day in Tokyo, a mysterious portal in the shape of a large gate suddenly appears in it. So what does Tokyo do? They decide to send a whole military force in the isekai portal and basically find out what the hell's going on. So throughout the journey of going through the isekai portal, the military ends up saving some of the most OP women you will ever find in isekai anime, and the story goes along from there. And we got number 4, The Devil Was a Part-Timer. Son! Here's another good anime where the OP, I mean, he's the demon lord. Yeah, he's OP. He's trying to take over the world that he originates from, but Hero messes it all up. So then he's forced to take refuge in the human world. And while taking refuge in the human world with his assistant, he ends up getting a job at a bootleg McDonald's. And the story just, it just goes all over the place, out of proportion, with the hero's people coming to the earth to find out what happened, and then the demon lord's generals coming to find out what happened. You gotta watch it. Oh yeah, we got number 3, Tenchi Muyo, War on Geminar. This anime follows Kenshi Masaki, who has been kidnapped and brought to the isekai world of Geminar by a mysterious group. To get back home, he agrees to help them assassinate the newly crowned empress of the Satreyu Empire. As her army fights them off, Lashara takes note of Kenshi's abilities and demands that her attacker be captured alive, only to find out that the pilot is male, which is extremely rare on Geminar. Believing it is a waste to kill him, she makes Kenshi her attendant. As the Empress' new attendant, Kenshi is required to accompany Lashara to the Holy Land, an academy where sacred mechanoid pilots hone their skills. We getting close to that number 1, but we got number 2, Joe Sankey. Joe Sankey is an anime that depicts the story of Tanya, aka the God Slayer, a younger soldier infamous for predatorial-like ruthlessness and the uncanny tactical aptitude, earning her nickname the Devil of the Rhine. Underneath her innocent appearance, however, lies the soul of a man who challenged Being X, aka the self-proclaimed god, to a battle of wits, which resulted in my boy that is now a girl being reincarnated into a girl, put into a world of magical warfare. But her perceptive action and combat initiative has a side effect. And now we finally come to the end of our list with number 1. That time I got reincarnated as a slime. Oh yeah, that English. 37-year-old man Sato Mikami is a typical corporate worker who is perfectly content with his monotonous lifestyle in Tokyo. Other than failing to nail down a girlfriend even once throughout his life, in the midst of casual encounter with his colleague, he falls victim to a random assailant on the streets and gets stabbed. Big oof. And then he gets reincarnated as a slime, but it took him a while to figure that out. And his best friend became a dragon. He absorbs him and gets OP, but yeah, story picks up after that. If you don't agree with the list, bite me. If you do agree with the list, subscribe to Anime Browser and to Fire God Mike. Oh yeah, that is me. That is the guy I am. But yeah, stay black. See y'all next time. Anime Browser, Fire God Mike, deuces.